Oh my goodness. Hey, Samika. Hey, thanks so much for joining this live. I'm really a little flustered. I'm not going to lie. I don't typically have any problems with technical difficulties or managing and figuring out tech. But when I tell y'all, this doggone live stream would not let me go live on LinkedIn. It would not. And so I'm over here, look, okay, a little irritated. I'm not going to lie. Because girlfriend was going to be live on LinkedIn, but it's all good. We are live on Facebook. I am super duper excited to talk about today's topic. Number one, because I have been having a good old time with Chat GPT. Okay. I have been enjoying Chat, as I call her, or it, or they. And so I want to talk about how to leverage AI as an author the right way. Number one, I feel like too many of us don't really understand what platforms like AI, platforms like Chat GPT, Copilot, Google's, I think it's called Gemini or whatever. And there's a point for all of these platforms, and we have to learn how to use them. I don't know if y'all remember. Do y'all remember when Google first started? Do y'all remember when Google became a thing? I remember it very vividly because I've always been into tech and gadgets. And so I remember when I could like just rapidly get an answer as an info junkie. It was like, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But what they did at my high school was they actually made us take a course on how to use search engines, and it taught so much about search engine optimization, which is ironic because why did I need to know that as a high schooler? Well, it's because you have to learn the language of platforms before you can use them well. So, today we're going to talk about how to use AI the right way. And the goal is to give you guys some details about number one, the language that you're supposed to be using on these platforms. Yes. But on the other side, for you to understand that there is a purpose, right, in the way that we're supposed to leverage these types of platforms. So, again, if you pop in while we're on the live, drop in the comments, let your girl know that you're in the room so I can say, hey, girl, hey. If you are an author, I'd love to know more about you and what you do connect with me, drop me a DM, and I will be sure to follow up. I am very nosy, as Samika will tell you. And so I will probably drop in your DMs and just talk to you this week. But I'd love to learn more about you guys as you're popping in and out, closing out your work day. Okay, so let's talk about what are the right ways to use AI as an author, what are the wrong ways to use AI as an author, and again, why I'm even talking about it. So, I created a system called the Boss Believer Build Out System. And this is something that I was leveraging even before I actually utilized social media for it. It was a course that I was working on to get authors in my system access to a book to business map. So we were originally going to do like, a checklist. And then I was like, you all need to learn how to manage your businesses. We talked about lean canvases and a lot of my author challenges. And so the goal over the last maybe 4 or 5 months has been trying to create a simple system for you all to be able to build your business and know what to do in your business. So one day I'm using my own lean canvas inside of Chat GPT, and I was like plugging in questions, and I dropped in there a training, a video that I did on lean canvases. And I told Chat GPT that I wanted it to follow what I was saying about how to use a lean canvas in order to give me some information about how to structure my nurture sequence for one of my offers. And can I tell y'all, it was like a light bulb went off in my head like, Marquila, why don't you build a custom GPT specifically for your clients so that they can plug into this system, tell it what they do, tell it the name of their book, and then the system itself can walk them through this book to business map that you've been working on. So again, I had already mapped out a course. I had already had some stuff. One of my clients, I gave her this super duper long timeline for what she should do. It had details on what she should do every single month. And so I had already had a bunch of stuff in my GPT and in my systems and my files and my documents. So I ended up taking all of the things that I created. Okay. I ended up loading hours of video into this GPT as well. And then I gave it a ton of configurations. And also, I loaded it with a lot of my understanding about why we do certain things as kingdom women. So look, y'all, I knew it was gonna be fine. As the Chicago girls say, fine, okay? I knew it was gonna be good, but I had not actually sat down and watched someone flow through the system with me. I had sent it to a couple people, they looked at it, or I plugged in scenarios into it and conversations. I had probably, no exaggeration, 15, 16 conversations with this bot, but I had not watched someone do it. And I'm super excited about the opportunity that's connected to. I actually use it in more than one offer in my business. But I finally sat down with a client. We went through and she plugged her details and she utilized this custom GPT. And oh my gosh, first of all, it was hilarious because it sounded like me. Which, if you've never had AI blow your mind, it's amazing. It's a fantastic technology that we're not supposed to be afraid of. We're supposed to know how to use effectively. So I sat there. The first response that I had was, this is a game changer for me as a coach, because now I can tell my clients to put certain prompts into their chat bot that we've worked on, the chat that they have, and they can come back to me with things from the chat instead of me having to start from scratch. And then, as many of you all know, I used to consider myself a concierge, which basically means I do a lot for you myself. So now my company can have a concierge that's available and it's not me. So it's a fantastic tool for coaching because now I can already preload answers into a system, answers to questions that I know my clients are going to have, right? But the process of building this GPT taught me a few things about the right way to use AI as an author. And of course, I already had these ideas. These are already things that I believed, right? But I think now I actually have the experience of being on the other side of utilizing ChatGPT as a person who's using it for her clients and utilizing this technology in my business. And so now I feel like I have a great breadth, enough information, enough details to come talk to you all about what goes down on AI when you know how to use it the right way. And this is like just Marquila's thing. This is my belief system. It's not to say that you have to use AI in your business. It's not to say that authors who write books with AI are doing it wrong. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But the way that I perceive AI is just that it gives us the same type of technological advance as Google gave us, right? And a lot of us are not perceiving how to use this technology with intelligence. We're treating it as if it's like a genie that can come and take tasks off of our plate that we're supposed to be able to communicate with it about and not to take off of ourselves. So we're going to talk about these things that are a little bit different the way I see how we should be using AI. And then I'm going to tell you guys about the two places in my business, the two pathways that I utilize this system in my own business. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, when you pop in, let me know that you're here. Give me a hello or a hey girl, hey, or something in the comments. Don't be shy. So we're going to talk about the two pathways in my business where I utilize the custom GPT that I built, my AI assistant, if you will. And then we're going to also talk about just like some fast action bonuses that I'm going to create specifically for my offers that are connected to the AI. I don't know. I just woke up like I don't want to say I just woke up. Number one, I'm in a specific place in my business this week where I want to rapidly deploy some of the things that I know work to the people who are connected to me. On the other side of that, I am really curious to know how interested other authors are about utilizing AI. And so I want to incentivize you. I want to see if this little fast action bonus is something that would actually get you guys to make some action and to take some action. And I want to see how interested you guys are about utilizing AI in your products or in your marketing or in your sales or in your business. Okay. So let me quit rambling and get into the goody goods. Okay, here's the right way to use AI as an author. First things first, if you're using AI to curate your content, that is a great idea. Only after you've already told AI and given AI tools and information about who you are. So what I like to do is I like to have like a very specific way that I prompt AI in the way that I wanted to talk back to me. Those prompts not only tell it the persona that they are and who I am, but it also gives them a brief overview about whatever the thing is that I am asking it about. So, for example, if I want ChatGPT to make a content plan for me, right? I don't go into ChatGPT and say, make a content plan for me. No, I go into ChatGPT and I say, you are an expert copywriter with 30 years of experience, 20 awards for content that converts, excuse me, y'all, content that converts. Your latest client already made $1 million from one ad that you did the copywriting on, and now you have a new client on your docket. Here's information about your new client. Her name is Marquila. She has a company, and then I will load it with all the details about me that it needs to know, including my I do Target and all that type of stuff. I even upload files and pictures. Those that way, when it creates a content plan for me, it is curated to me, my company. It is based off of details that make sense for me, and it already has information from me that should help it curate language. So my client and I were literally like cracking up. We were crying, laughing because my GPT sounds like me. Like it says stuff that I'm like, yo, no bars. Like I would say that. And the reason why is because I have loaded my this GPT with hours of content so that it will know how I sound. I have loaded that GPT with documents and files that have my actual writing in it so it knows how to write like me. A lot of you all are not giving Chat GPT or Copilot or what's the other, Claude or Gemini, you're not giving them enough information about you and you're asking it to make you content. So then you sound like all the other people who typed in, I serve kingdom women entrepreneurs and I need a content plan. We all, you sound like everybody else. Or you go look on, oh my gosh, you go look on social media and everybody has them dang on rockets. I even myself found that I had some rockets and some content that I had it curating. And I was like, listen, I literally told my Chat GPT, don't put another emoji in any of my content ever again. Like, don't do that. I don't want any more emojis, right? And I'm saying this to say, if you want to use AI effectively as an author, you still need to be an author. Y'all are going into Chat GPT forgetting the place of authority that you have. You're not supposed to be someone who does not know how to curate words. You wrote a book because you can curate words. So take that gift, plug it into Chat GPT, and let it make you win. The other thing that you need to do in order to use ChatGPT right is not only understand how to prompt it, but you need to also learn how to correct it. So whenever ChatGPT gives me something that's off, I don't just keep moving on. I don't just go to the next thing. No, 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 no. I stop and I say, hey, these are the things that align with my brand. These are the things that align with my messaging. This makes a lot of sense given my ideal client. But when you said this, that, the third, that doesn't align with my language, and it will do this to my client. It will make my ideal audience feel this way. It will upend what I said at the top. When you correct Chat GPT with information that can actually explain to it why it's wrong. It does a really fantastic job of helping the generative AI understand how it wants to use its ability to scrape the internet without wasting your time, right? So you don't want to just go into chat gpt asking for prompts. You want to be specific. You want to load information in there. You want to make sure that you're also being really thoughtful about the way that you are leveraging AI, right? So that you're not just taking things from AI and running with them, but you're correcting it based off of the knowledge that you have about your offer, about your ideal client, and about your message. And if you're like, well, Marquila, I don't know if I have a message, or I don't know if I have an ideal client, or I don't know if I la 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 la, then you don't need to go to Chat GPT asking for content plans. Because in order to have a content plan, you need to know who your client is. You need to know who you're making content for. And I say this all the time to people because a lot of times we just hop, skip, and jump into the business things because people who are, making millions of dollars are on the internet telling us to do these things for on social media. But a lot of you all need to go back to the basics and figure out who you should even be talking to. And so if you need to use AI for those things, then now you need to ask ChatGPT to ask you questions. I love, hey, Doree, I absolutely love to have ChatGPT ask me questions. Okay, I love it. Because now whatever questions I answer will not only make it better for me, but it gives me a deeper understanding as well. So if you're like, Marquila, I don't really know how to give ChatGPT all these details, then you need to ask ChatGPT to tell ChatGPT to ask you questions. So for example, you can say, hey, I'm an author who wrote a book about this topic, and I'm trying to figure out how to do better at social media. Ask me 5 questions that will help me make social media content better. And I'm telling y'all, the communication, the ability to go into Chat GPT and have conversations, and Copilot is the same, Gemini is the same, Claude is the same. If you're going into these AI systems, there's a reason why they call them chatbots. It's because they want you to use conversation to help it generate more information so that it can answer you better. So questions are a really great way in order to use ChatGPT or AI the right way as well. Here's what I would not use AI for if I was an author, and I am an author, but if I was an author who's like trying to figure out her business strategies, I would not use AI for anything that is proprietary. So, for example, if you want to make a course framework that is going to be the basis of your coaching program, you should not have ChatGPT create that for you. You need to create that for yourself and let ChatGPT enhance it, make it better, because your course material should be intellectual property that is only specific to you. If your course material is something that AI can spit out to you, then it's something that AI can spit out to anybody. And a lot of us are, again, going into business forgetting how to be good at business. And in order to be good at business, you got to be differentiated. You have to have a unique value point, a unique value proposition. Yes, you can go find monetization courses out there in the world, right? But the reason why the money momentum map is different is because I show you how to get to 2 things, proprietary things that I teach about in the snap, which is my framework that I created, right? So of course I go into Chat GPT and I get content around the snap method all the time. But when it all boils down to it, the snap method is copywritten and trademarked by me. So I don't have to go into this thing saying, hey, give me ideas about how to change an author. No, I know how to change an author because I changed myself. And then I took that process, I turned it into a framework, and Chat GPT just enhances the products I can give you all. You all have got to stop being afraid to own your creative capacities, but also leverage AI. The right way to use AI as an author is not to have AI create intellectual property for you. It's to have it create property that will help you get access to your clients, to get ideas, to be creative. You wouldn't go to Google, right, and ask Google to drive your car. No, but you would go to Google and get directions to a restaurant, right? Some of you all are getting on AI and you're expecting for AI to drive your car. And it's not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be fantastic to give you access to directions. It's supposed to be fantastic to give you really good, fantastic deliverables for your clients based off of the information that you give it. But it is not a replacement for your intellectual property. Okay. I feel like I took a little minute talking about that. I just I just rambled for at least like 5 minutes. Let me shift and let's focus in, because as much as this is a live that is very powerful about AI, like I said, I want to share with you all the two pathways that I'm utilizing AI in my business and the way that I'm working to accomplish a really big goal for me, which is I want to sell a VIP day. Now, I tell y'all this all the time, okay? Know the stage of business that you're in. I'm in a new stage of business, and what I'm working on doing is, number one, rapidly deploying my message so that more people can get access to me. I'm on a mission to be in front of as many people as possible doing the work of the Lord. So I'm making more content. I'm sharing things much more often. I'm doing much more than I was doing before as far as being visible, right? So that's the one piece of the puzzle. The other thing that I'm really passionate about is I'm working on creating VIP experiences or new experiences that are very niche for my clients, but also that are at a different revenue mark. So I have a $10,000 marketing program that ranges 8 months to a year, right? But I don't have a 10,000. Well, I didn't. Correction, I didn't. I didn't have a $10,000 day offer. And so I'm working up. I went to a conference last year that talked about ultra high ticket products and ultra high ticket coaching. And so the ultimate goal is that by the end of this year, middle of the next year that we go into, that I will have a $50,000 program, right? But in order to get there, there are some milestones that you have to hit. And one of those is to be able to effectively sell a VIP day. So I was working on trying to curate this 10,000 in a day mission, right? Like I need to make 10K in a day. And what does it look like? And again, I have a number of really fabulous systems that I take my clients through. And so I knew I was going to take them through a snap. I knew I was going to do a build out. I knew I was going to do some plans, visibility plan, marketing plan, content plan. But I was like, again, toying with how do I do this build out system, this kind of canvas, lean canvas plan. And so once I curated the GPT, the VIP day was like a no brainer. It was like, I can finally sell my 10K in a day. It finally made sense for me to have a VIP day offer. And the VIP day offer is so fabulous because I get to go real time either where my client is. If they're not in Chicago, I get to travel to them or they travel to me. And that 10K encompasses travel expenses and the concierge for their travel or concierge for my travel and what they'll be experiencing with me when I go to wherever they are. It includes a 4-hour work block where we literally hammer out all of their plans. But then it also includes 8 weeks of just check-ins to make sure that they are doing whatever we planned out in the VIP day. So I'm really excited about utilizing AI for this new offer because yes, they get the build out. Yes, they get the plans. Yes, they get, done for you services. I make landing pages and deliverables, graphics and things like that for my clients all the time, workbooks, stuff like that. So they get all of that from me too. But what's amazing is that I give them something that is for life, that they don't ever have to talk to me again. If they talk to my custom GPT that I give them access to, they will always be able to access my intellectual wisdom in a way that is leveraging the latest technology today. And as I was just talking to the Lord about this mission that I have to sell this program, and to the excitement that I have to be at this level of business where I can have a VIP day and what it looks like, I've been saying to myself, like, AI is an opportunity, right? And so, as an author, what we have to really, really think about is, what opportunities are we creating in our businesses? This is why the first step in the SNAP method is to search for opportunities, because the Bible says the world is filled with his glory. There's so many places that we can go to find good in the world, and to experience glory in the world. And a lot of us are missing the mark with seeing how we can do that with technology. So that's the first pathway, the VIP day, which is, I'm so excited. I'm on this mission to make my 10K in a day. And again, it's not even about the 10K. It's not even about the GPT. It's about obedience. I'm in that stage of business now where, like, I've done this enough. I know what it's going to take enough that I don't have to spend 6 8 months to make it happen. Like, I toiled so much in creating the GPT that I know I can create some amazing results for my clients in hours. And again, just maturity is just, it's super great. It's super fun. So I'm excited. So that's one pathway. And then the other pathway that I have is my course, the Money Momentum course, the Money Momentum Map, excuse me. So the Money Momentum Map is a signature system to help authors learn how to create a business, right, that will consistently curate revenue from them. What's amazing about the Money Momentum Map is that if you're a boss believer, if you already are in my program, you get access to the Money Momentum Map no matter what. The content drips out every Wednesday starting this week, and you'll get access to the content every week. And what we'll do is, by the end of the 4 weeks, because it's a 4 week program, VIPs can access 2 extra weeks by getting the first week is just like mindset stuff, and then the last week is a execution coaching session. But what's amazing about the Money Momentum Map, and the reason why all boss believers get access to it, is because I myself needed a system to say, okay, this is how I'm going to run my business every day. No matter what, I know what I have to do to make money in my business. And if I do this every single day, if I follow this plan, I will have a effective business, but I will also not be so frustrated. I don't know if it's just me, but like, sometimes being an author is very frustrating, right? Because you feel like you're supposed to know what you're talking about because it's your dang on book. But then you sit there and you're like, well, what am I supposed to say? Maybe it's me. Maybe that's a Marquila thing. But I know sometimes I get so like, what the heck am I supposed to be doing today? And especially when I first started my business, y'all, look, I'm gonna air myself out. So 2023, when I first started my business, in August is when I like officially, it was like, oh snap, ain't no money coming in from nowhere but this. So I looked at my calendar in September and I looked over all that I did in August, and I was like, yo, what did I do? Like, what did I accomplish? And it just revealed to me how ineffective I was at time management, and how I really was not doing a fantastic job of managing my time. And it dawned on me, like, yeah, like, the same struggles that I would have had, right, as an employee, excuse me, I still had as an employer, and I was my only employee. And so I found myself having to really create systems for success, and having to really work on making sure I knew exactly what to do to make consistent action in my business. And I talk about this in the Cash Navigator. Sometimes it's like, business coaches will tell you that you need to be doing income generating activity. Do the income generating activity. Do the income generating activity, right? Well, the reality is, the income generating activity, if you don't know what the income generating activity even is, you will get stuck and you'll be lost, right? So I find it really important to communicate to the authors in my world what actual income generating activity is. actually, and what you should actually be doing. So the Money Momentum Map course actually takes you through the process to know what to do on a day-to-day basis so that you're not lost. It includes an author CEO checklist. It includes like I said, it follows the snap. So week one is about leads, finding, well, not leads, about opportunities. Week two is about nurturing those opportunities. Week three is about leads and making sure that you know how to manage those leads and deal with obstacles concerning your leads. And then week four, is all about getting your systems together so that your business can run and evaluating your systems, because every single month you should be evaluating your systems. So I'm not sure if my Facebook is still doing with the live thing or what. I'm gonna be really honest. I can't even, as as the kids say, I can't be bothered because I do have this recording. So I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully the Facebook is still living on live, but if not, it's okay. I'm gonna keep it pushing. So the other pathway, other than the VIP day, my 10K mission is the Money Momentum Map. And that is like my mission just for any author. Like if it was not so like good and chunky and thick with information, I promise I would give it away for free, because I really feel like most authors need to have a system. But what I also know is that if you do not make an exchange for something, then you won't have enough investment in it to finish it. And so the reason why the course is priced the way it's priced, and why I absolutely will not be giving it away unless you are a member of Boss Believer, is because in order to get the exchange that is necessary for success, you have to be the type of person who's going to do what you need to do in the earth. And that looks like exchange. It looks like doing what you need to do for exchange. Let's see what's going on with my live stream. Is it? Yeah, it canceled it. Okay. We're going to keep going. So then I'm going to take this recording and plug it into Boss Believer. Okay. So since we lost the Facebook, that's no problem at all. We're gonna keep it going because I don't know what happened to my live stream. I'll see if it's gonna let me pop back in. But again, I still have this, so I'll plug this recording into Boss Believer. And we can push it out. Keep going. Okay. So the fabulous the two pathways that I have for people to utilize the AI system that I created are my VIP day and my Money Momentum course, my Money Momentum Map course, right? These two things are so amazing. Number one, because depending on where you are as an author, they will give you the system that you need for success, right? So I started this. I need to find a way. Maybe I'll just separate and put it on a video. Let me see, because I did say I was gonna do a fast action bonus. I'm so upset that it cut off. Okay, let me figure out how. Okay, I'm like trying to wrap my brain. My technical difficulties have not given up today. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'll do. I'm going to give Boss Believe Her, my Facebook group, my free Facebook group, access to this recording. And I will put the fast action bonus inside of my Facebook group in specific. Since Facebook just decided that the live was not for everybody, that's okay. I will plug this into my Facebook group and you all can get access to this live bonus, this live fast action bonus. Okay. So like I said, I'm on a mission. I really want to expand. It's not even I want to. I'm obeying the Lord in my expansion of going to the next level. Okay. And in this season, I understand that I have to really, I have to make a decision, and then I have to cultivate the decision in you all. And so I literally was like, I should just go live and do a fast action bonus. And it really, for me, is an opportunity to see, number one, if you guys are interested in this type of advancement in your business, to see who I have in my network. Number one, I'm just going to be really honest. But then number two, I really need to see if this part of my system is something that will benefit the women who I want to serve the best. the most, right? Because if you guys are like, Marquila, I don't know if I need access to a GPT, right? Then I need to know that. So that way I can make sure that I'm not creating products that my audience do not actually want to engage with. So here's what we're going to do for this fast action bonus. Okay. Number one, I only have two VIP spots. Spit it out. I only got two VIP spots. And like I said, the Money Momentum Map course starts on Wednesday. If you're a boss believer, you're going to get access to it. It's literally just going to drop in your email. Congratulations, you're going to have some work. If you're not a boss believer, I only have 6 spots available. I'm doing it this way because this is technically the only time I'm going to run the course live. So I already have 12 members in my course already. And so I'm opening up half of that, 50% more space so that you guys can come into the room. And if you get access into the Money Momentum Map today, if you get the Money Momentum Map today, okay, I have to reiterate this. It's Monday, April 21st. Okay, if you get access to the Money Momentum Map, I will give you the Money Momentum Map for $300 cheaper. That means you will get access to it for $697 instead of $997. And if you get it today, on top of getting access to the course for free, I will automatically give you access to the Boss Believer AI build out system. Now, why am I doing this? Because like I said, I'm curious to know who is in my system that actually wants access to the AI. I'm also curious in my system to see who's a fast action type of person. So that's the Money Momentum Map. The course is originally $997. If you get access to it, the fast action bonus is you'll get $697. You get it for $697, and you'll get access to the Boss Believer AI system, which is technically only for VIPs. And I'm just doing that because, like I said, I'm curious. I'm super curious. For my VIP day, if you are like, no, ma'am, I want everything, Marquila. I want the whole build out, baby. I want the done for you services, baby. I want the visibility plan, baby. I want it all. You can get access to the VIP day. I'm not going to share all of those bonuses because I know 10K is a thing. But if you are interested in the fast action bonus for the VIP day, I will tell you, you will get some additional travel bonuses. Okay. So if you're coming to Chicago or if I am coming to you, you'll get some additional travel bonuses. And then you'll also get, okay. Sorry guys, my daughter just don't care nothing about my little VIP fast action bonus. So I'll give you, go ahead girl, I'll give you guys access to some additional travel bonuses, right? Again, I don't want to, because I want to make sure that the people who are going to get access to this will actually care about it. So DM me. But on top of getting the build out, the done for you services and all of those things, you'll get, instead of 8 weeks of execution coaching, you'll get 3 months of confidence coaching, which execution coaching is like, hey, did you do what we said we're going to do? Confidence coaching is me actually opening up the situations in your life, your insecurities, your fears, and us doing limiting fear clinic. Son, I'm live. Excuse me. Limiting belief clinics and fear clinics to make sure that you get access to all of this. Okay, y'all. This was so not what I was expecting for it to be. But it is what it is, and I'm excited. I'm, like I said, I'm curious to see. I again only have 6 spots available for the Money Momentum Map when I run it. This is a live container for the month of for the next 4 weeks. So it's this week, the last week of April, and then the first 2 weeks of May. You guys will get access to the course every Wednesday. If you get the fast action bonus, you'll get the course, which is $997 for $697, and then you'll also get the Boss Believer AI system sent to you right away. If you do decide to book me for the VIP day, you'll get access to some additional travel bonuses, which I'm not going to air myself out because I got to see where you are and what that looks like and what those ideas that I have about those bonuses will look like in your city. But you will also get 3 months of confidence coaching instead of 2 months of execution coaching. Okay, I love y'all. God loves you. The people that don't love you are none of your business. This was a crazy day of tech. But if you are watching and you're still watching, if you're watching the replay and you got all the way here, drop the word bonus in the chat and I'll give you the AI for two. The first person, let me correct myself. The first person that drops the word bonus in the chat, I'll give you access to the Boss Believer Build Out System too. Because again, I'm just curious as to who gets there and what it looks like. And I can't wait to see how you all interact with it. Okay, bye.